feel like everybody say yes. Like everyone have fears, right? So, but do you know exactly what are they?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. And also, do you know there are fears that you don't even know is there, that it still exist, and you don't even know it's there. People call that a blind spot. That means something that you don't know, you don't know. Okay, obviously, I don't know how to fly an airplane, right? I don't know. I know I don't know how to do that. But there are things I don't know, I don't know. That kind of fear we're gonna look for today. The fear you know, that's good, you know you have that fear. But the fear you don't know, that's the one that runs behind the scene. And it runs you. It forms your thoughts. It forms your behavior. It forms your beliefs. And a lot of times you don't even know. For example, you want to do something, but then you didn't do it. You didn't know because of fear. You have so much excuses for it. But you did not know because of fear you didn't do it. Because you did not know there is a fear that's associated with whatever that you want to do. Okay? So that's what we are going to look for today. Because that one really runs your life. It affects how you perform. It affects how you speak to people. It affects how you behave in a way. It affects the way you respond to any relationship in your life. Okay? And it does affect your career, your performance. It affects everything in your life. That's why to me it's really important. And I take it serious. And I do this workshop today as a gift for everyone who is attending today. So that you can begin the year with knowing what you need to do from now on. To get rid of whatever holding you back. Because whatever holding you back, it's so hard for you to, okay, I ask you this question. Is it hard for you to drive a car with a brake on?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. That move.
What does it do to you when you forgot? You know, sometimes it's happened, right? The brakes on and you drive it. What happened when you drive?
Ruins the car.
Move the car.
You back?
Moving.
What?
It hold you back?
It slow you down, right? It slow you down big time. So the fear I'm talking about is exactly like that brake. It's exactly the same that brake. You run your life with that brake on all the time, but you don't know. Because you don't even know it's there. If you know it, then that's another story. But if you know it, so next week I'm thinking of doing taking action no matter what. The following section from this one is fighting your fear. Today you find your fear, right? But then next week we're gonna help you take action, even you know the fear's there. That's gonna be next. But today we'll find that fear for you. Okay? So we're gonna have to work on this today. We're gonna go for this. I want to tell you this story. This is a book named Romance the Stone. This book was so famous, and it was made into a movie, and Michael Douglas was one of the main character of the movie. Why I brought this book here today? The author of the book named Kathleen Turner. When she was in high school, all her year in high school, she was the best student in writing. She got all kind of, recognition about writing. She attended so many different kind of writing in school, and she only recognized it, and she got scholarship going to college, right? And in her first year in college in Ohio, because she was one of the top students in writing, so she was selected to be in one of the writing workshop of the school that for only the best writing student. And that short course, that writing course was taught by a Harvard professor. And on her first assignment, she turned in her assignment on her first essay. She got an F on the essay. And she was really confused because she'd been the best writer, anything she write. But on that assignment, she got an F, basically failed. And she came to talk to the professor, asking him, "What happening? Can you tell me why I got an F?" And this is what the professor said: "You cannot write. You cannot be, you can't write." She said, "No, I've been writing, and I always have the best writing in my whole life to now." And he said, "No, to me, you just cannot write." And then and the professor said, I know you're gonna fail this class because of the way you write your piece." And she said, "You know what? If I fail this class, I will lose my scholarship and I cannot go to college because I can't afford to college myself." And the professor said that, "Okay, if that's the case, let's make a deal. I will give you a C for this course, but you will have to change major. Because don't waste your money going to school with the major that you won't be able to do it later on. You know, waste time and money. So if you agree with me, you're gonna change your major, I will give you a pass for this class." So she decided to change her major because she wanted to continue school with the scholarship. So 17 years later, she changed it to some kind of major. After graduation, she moved to Texas, back to Texas, where her home is. And 17 years later, in that 17 years, he didn't write anything because she thought that she couldn't write. And one day, in town, there was a murder. And there's a group of journalists came to the town to do the writing about the murderer. And she happened to be in the restaurant at the same time with that group of journalists. And when she heard them talking about the murderer and what they wrote about, she came toward the table and she talked to them to say, "You know what? I really admire you because you are writers and you do what you dream doing. And I dream of being a writer, but I could not. I could not write." And one of the writers say, "Come on, if you want to write, just write it. Why you say you cannot write?" She said, "You know, my teacher told me that I can't write." And that person said, "Come on, why don't you go home and write one? Here's my card. When you're done with whatever you write, send it to me. I'll read, I'll tell you can write or not." A year later, she emailed him her novel. And he read it, he loved it. He sent it to his agent, and his agent loved it. And his agent contacted her directly. "Can I be your agent to publish this book for you?" And she said yes. And that is the book, Romancing the Stone. And for this book, she made more than $1 million because they use this story to make a movie, and she sell it as well. So here, when people say you cannot do something, that become your limiting beliefs, right? That become your fears. Limiting belief is anything that you don't think you can do. You're afraid. Same thing as what happened to the author of the book, Kathleen Turner. But is it true when somebody tell you cannot do something? Is it always true, or is always a liar?
It's not true.
It's always a liar when somebody tell you that you cannot do something. And I know a lot of us, when we live in a family with our parents, a lot of time they would say something similar. Like, you cannot do this, you cannot do that, you will be good at this, you're not good at that. Even though you say, I like to become this person, I like to become whatever you want to become, and they say, no, you're not good at it, and you are good at it. Is there anything like that happen to anyone of you here? Oh, sorry. Jung too, right? Remember, Jung told me the story. You know, it's happened all the time. Not only your parents, sometimes someone in your life that really influence you will say something like that. And also there are times when you feel like you are not good enough at something. Anybody have anything like that? Like, I'm not, for example, I'm not tall enough, I'm not young enough, I'm not handsome enough, I'm not beautiful enough. Anybody?
Yeah.
Yes. Because a lot of time we tell ourselves we are not enough of something so that we don't have to do something. Even though we really want it. And a lot of time, when we say we are not enough of anything, it's because of what we need that not enough. That's the belief that we created, okay, to ourselves. But where does that belief come from? Right? Those beliefs come from your long time ago story. Things can happen when you was 3 years old, 7 years old, 5 years old, 8 years old, 10 years old, 11 years old, 12 years old. And all that kind of thing, it's happened in our life. I remember there, because I attended many workshops, things happen for people like when they was 2. So somebody can remember something when they was 2 years old, that become their trauma, and that become their fear and their limited beliefs. So in order for people to get a hold of what create that fear, we have to go back to a very long time ago, when we were little, to find out what happened back then that created that fear, and that fear created the limited belief that we believe now, and that run our life that we cannot do. Just like I remember when I started doing video, I was so scared. I was so afraid people are gonna judge me because I'm not beautiful enough, I'm not young enough, my English is not perfect. So many not enough. So if anyone here have like more than 3 or 4 things that I'm not enough of anything, raise your hand.
No, look back.
Yeah. I got it. Me too. So we all the same. So do not, sometimes because you don't share with people your fears, you think, oh, only you have the fears, everybody else have no fear. That is so wrong. We all have fears. I have fears. I have fears, so much fear. And I work on my fear almost every single day. When you know there are fears in your life, you pay attention and you see them. And when you see them, you know you have to work with them. Because when you don't know there are fears, you don't even know there are fears. How can you work with fears? How can you get out of fears? So today, we're going to help you. But before we go on, let's see how it goes. So are you excited to learn about your fear today, everyone?
Yes.
Okay, good. Yeah. But before we go on to fear, I have to ask you this question. If you can have more, should you?
Yes.
Yes.
Only 2 people say yes. How about the rest of you? Okay, ask again.
I was thinking.
If you can have more, should you?
Yes.
If you can own more, should you?
Yes.
I still see people don't say yes. If you can own more, should you?
Yes.
If you can do more, should you?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, now this question. If you can give, should you?
Yes.
Oh, yes.
When you have more, you want to give, right?
Yes.
So, in order for us to be able to have more, to own more, to do more, to give more, we have to be more. To be more here, what? To be more here doesn't mean you have to be taller or prettier or more handsome. More here is to get rid of the fears, so you can do more. Because when you have so much fear, have you ever in a situation where you have the fear, you know there is a fear, and it stops you from not doing anything at all? You said, I want to do this, but then I see my fear, and I don't do it because I'm so scared. I can't move. I'm like free. Have you ever experienced something like that? I did.
Yes.
I did. Okay? So in order for you to have more, to do more, you have to be free. Free of fears. And by the way, it's not like today you come to this workshop, you find out fear, that the fear disappeared the next day. Oh, good luck on that one. It's not like that. Do you go to the gym one time and you look good for the rest of your life?
No. No.
Who said that? I go to the gym once a year. I look good the rest of the year. So I need to go to the gym once a year. No. Same thing. You know, with fears, with personal development, it's something you have to do it again and again and again. It's like you have to keep coming. That's why I attended many workshops, many personal development courses like Sunny. We did that again and again and again because we know we need to take care of ourselves. And in order for you to take care of yourself, you have to take care of all the fears. You have to really see it, know what it is, and how to work with it. Okay? The fear never go away by the way. It's always there. But how you deal with it every single day, that's the key. But in order for you to be able to work with your fear, dance with your fear, just like you see the movie Dance with the Wolf, yeah, your fear is like the wolf. If you don't know how to dance with the wolf gonna eat you. Okay? If you don't know how to dance with your fear, the fear gonna run you and run your life. Basically, it's ruin you. But if you know how to dance with your fear, you run it. You see what I'm saying? Okay. So let's see what we're gonna do today. Because we want more of everything, more money, more home, more better relationship, happy life. We have to get rid of fears because fear, it's not good for all of us. So now there are 4 questions. You're gonna work on a question and 4 set of questions or more to see where you are in your life. Okay, so the first 4 questions is, what area of your life are you excited to make it better? There are so many areas of life, I have the picture right here, but we're going to focus on health, relationship, career, personal space, contribution, or spirituality. Health, we all want to be healthy. Because without health, we cannot do anything. When you're sick, you don't want to do anything. You just want to lay on your bed and hate everything, right? Relationship, we want a better relationship, right? Who don't want a better relationship? Everyone want a better relationship with your parents, with your sister, brother, your husband and wife, your coworker, your children. We all want better relationship. Okay? But how come sometimes it seems like so hard to have a better relationship? Okay? Career. You want to have the best career ever. You want to love what you do. You want to enjoy your work every single day. You don't want to feel like working. You want to come here and feel like I feel like I'm not working. That's a career you want to have, okay? Personal space. Do you have any personal space for yourself? When you can reset? For me, personal space is when I meditate, when I pray, when I do all kind of spirituality or when I read. Contribution. I think everyone wants to give. Everyone wants to help someone else. Do you agree with me on this one?
Yes.
Human being, we born that way. We want to be generous. We want to be helpful. We always want to help someone. But do we do enough? A lot of time I don't know about you, but sometimes I question myself, did I do enough to contribute? Do I do enough to help others? I do that all the time. Spirituality, everybody have different religion, and it might be sometimes you ask yourself, wait a minute, do I do anything with religion, or I ignore it, or should I do something, or I feel bad not doing anything? If you have any of that question, it's today in your day to answer all these questions for yourself. When you sit in my workshop, it's when you work on yourself. If you don't come to this type of workshop, you never work on yourself. You just keep working on what your client needs, right? What transaction you need to close. You work for something like that, not on yourself. And did you hear a phrase that the best investment is the investment in yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And that is so true. Why I said that is true statement. Some people, they make so much money. They make millions of dollars. They become so famous, but they still kill themselves. Why? What do you think about those people? Why they have everything? They're famous, they're rich, they have anything, and they still kill themselves. What do you think? Why that happened to them?
They don't feel good inside.
Because they didn't do anything for the internal peace. They just go outside looking for something like success. But success without fulfilling, it's just a really a lost. It's not a success because at the end of the day they feel empty. They feel lonely. They feel like, why am I here? I'm here just to make money. I'm here just to become famous. But then what do I get at the end of the day? So you have to go back to see what is that you are missing. To me, spirituality contribution is one of the two things that you really need to do something about it, to fulfill you. When you help someone, you feel the joy, right? When you go to pray, you connect to your higher divine, you feel yourself. You feel like you can trust someone up there. You feel good about it. That's why I do that every single day. I pray, I meditate, and I read Bible. That for my part of my spirituality and contribution. I do things to help others. That's part of my life. So if you missing any of this area in here that I listed, health, relationship, career, personal space, okay? So which area you want to make better, you want to improve, and you are excited to see that improving? That's the first question. The second question, what relationship would you like to see improve as a result of today's class? Relationship, why I pick relationship as a separate question. Relationship is so important in our life. Imagine if you fight with your spouse in the morning, can you perform the same at the day that you don't fight with your spouse?
No.
It's so much different, right? Because the relationship affects how we feel and it affects how we perform. It affects how we behave. It affects so many things around us. So that's why I want you to focus on this as well. If there is any relationship that you want to improve, today is your chance. What relationship would you like to see improve as a result of today's class? It doesn't need to be your spouse, it can be anyone, okay? What feelings would you like to experience more of in your day-to-day life? What kind of feeling you want to experience more? What kind of feeling you feel missing in your day-to-day life? Do you smile every day or you don't see yourself smiling? Or what else do you want to feel? You want to feel excited? You want to feel motivation? Yeah. How about what other feelings?
Happy.
Happy. Anything else? So you have to pick a feeling that you want to work on. Somebody might say, I want to feel energy, lots of energy when I get up. And in order to do that, because when you know what you want, you need to know you will know what you need to do. Like if I want a lot of energies, what do? I run in the morning, or I do yoga. I do something that make me feel more energy, right? So you have to answer the question, and how is your ideal life look like? My ideal life will look like I'm healthy. I feel like I'm in shape. I can wear any clothes that I love, and I have a lot of clients. I got a lot of transactions, and I have a happy family. I have a good relationship with my husband, my children, my brothers, my sister, my parents. That's a happy life for me. I can help a lot of people. If I see myself helping people every single day, that is my happy life. So you have to know exactly what you want for your life in order for you to create the life you want. And again, I said create. Why I use the words create? Because you can create your life. I used to think that life happened. Oh my God, that is so wrong. We create our own life. If we say life happened, just let it happen. That's why we suffer, we stress, we unhappy. But when you know you are the creator of your own life, you change everything. And can we create our own life, everyone? Can we?
Yes.
Because when we know what we want. So for example, I want to feel excited, I want to feel happy in the morning, I want to feel like so much energized in the morning. I create it by running in the morning. I created it myself. If I want to be rich, I need to know how to make money. I created the transaction by calling the client, doing my marketing. That's it. That's how we create. Okay, we create everything around us. Any relationship, any feelings that we created it. God doesn't do that to us. God protect us. God help us, lead us, but God doesn't do it for us. When we want to look pretty healthy, strong, we have to go to the gym by ourselves. We cannot hire someone to go to the gym. Do you agree with me on this one?
Yes.
I cannot say, I'm Sonny, I give you $50. Can you go to the gym for me today? Sonny can say, yes, but who's gonna get healthy? Does it make sense when I give him money, do the gym for me? It doesn't make sense. So we have to create what we want, not somebody else. We cannot say, I wish I could. No, you can do anything. You just have to do it. Just take action. Okay? Just move. Just move your body. Go and do it. Okay? So now I give you 2 minutes to answer all these 4 questions. 2 minutes. Okay?